Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are moving on to Chapter 2, or Episode 2. Last night we played for a couple hours and we made it to the first town, so I'm really interested to jump back in and see what happens next. And I appreciate you being here watching. Whether it be tonight, if you decide to join me later, or at a later date and you're watching this in the future. I appreciate you being here, and so let's get to it. We are currently at Old Leg's Trading Post, number 17. Okay, so we just defended this town from bandits that we scared off before. They left and got more friends and came back. We barely survived. So now let's see what everybody thinks. Oh, we need to go collect some loot. Ooh, a cloak. Need to identify that. Cloak of Resistance, it already tells me. Harem. Already let me know. What is this? An empty tar pot. Is there anything else out here? So the game is pretty. You can zoom in and you can really see some of the detail here. I mean, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Alright, let's get back to this. Oleg, we saved your town. But I don't know what happened to... I don't know what happened to Boken, because he was the one that was throwing pots. Oleg is breathing heavily, but he shakes his fist in the air menacingly. You rats got what you deserved. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. That's right, Oleg. And our Boken here taught them a thing or two as well. Wherever he... Oh, he's right there. A thing or two. You convinced the old alchemist Boken to help you in your struggles against the bandits. And you know what? I thought he was going to kill us all. Continue. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the second floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. I need to clean things up. Yeah. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. And I tend to agree. In dialogue. What's going on, Boken? We sure showed them what's what. Alright. Okay, so let's go rest. Alright. Hi, Svetlana. I'm glad that's over, even if it was just its fight. We'll talk tomorrow once... What? I didn't see that. Once I finish working. Okay. Alright. Let's go rest. We're probably all going to be in the same room. Oh, what is...
search was not in vain.
What was that? He's a sharp fella. And there's a cat. Alright, now what?
It's just not my lucky day.
Well...
Anything is possible.
Unlock it. Oh, well, I guess can't. Let's see what's over here. Alright. What is this? Guide for travelers, hunters, and explorers of the River Kingdoms. Will-o-wisps. Probably should read that. Alright, so let's... what is this? Oh, there's a lot more stuff here. There's Ember. Red Panda's emotional support provides +1 morale. A silver disc. Collect all. It's locked. Okay, well. Rest. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it, you saw a wall of a naturally thick fog that surrounded you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out of the window, and you find out that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then... let's press continue.
Hear me.
Ooh.
Please.
Guardian of the Bloom. Alright,
Can
lady.
you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Please.
The half-transparent outline of a beautiful nymph appears before you. Even in this ghostly form, it's clear that she's exhausted. Her shoulders are slouched, and her large blue eyes burn within her pale face. Her voice is barely more than a whisper as she reaches towards you. Well, this is a crazy dream. It seems that only you can see or hear the nymph. Begone, spirit! I've had enough of you. Now, who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
Guardian of the Bloom. What do you want?
Aid. Salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon, even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
And the guys are not going to believe this dream tomorrow morning. Alright, I understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger. But our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
I think it was part of the script. There are no threats in this location. It is sort of a headquarters where you can prepare your party for a new expedition. In such locations, companions don't follow you around and will go about their own business. You can speak with them freely to get to know them better. Once you exit this location and return to the global map, you will... Oh, goodness. I have got to fix that notification. That's kind of frustrating. I didn't realize I would do that. Sorry. You can speak with them. I totally ruined my flow. Whenever you want to meet a new companion but don't want to include them in your party right away, the companion will travel to this location on their own. Okay. Go to sleep. Let's look at the... Let's talk to Lindsay. A halfling girl with tousled hair, wearing a dusty traveler's outfit, sits chewing her lip on her quill, or the tip of her quill. Just a moment. How should I put this? Oh, I know. She scribbles something quickly in her notebook. Scrawl with verse, raises her eyes, and gives you a bright smile. Oh, hi. Okay. So what's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? Ah, this. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued by powers of Shalane, no less. When I get myself into trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Where are you from? I'm from all over, haha. I was actually born in Galt, in such a tiny village that it's not even on the maps. If it weren't for my teacher, I'd still be living there, milking goats, weeding turnips, spilling homebrew, or swilling homebrew, having babies, and using books only as kindling. What is Galt? Who is John Galt? A nation of free thinkers, radicals, and renowned for brilliant poets, artists, and philosophers whose ideas shape the politics of the whole... Okay. In 40 years since, over a dozen governments have ruled Galt, rising and falling. Okay. Who was your teacher? He's a true saint. He was once an important person in the capital, at the Church of Shalane, who is a goddess. Incorruptible is a god of art, beauty, love, music, and half-sister of Zon Kuthon. Okay. But he got in trouble with the authorities and went on to a self-imposed exile to the tiniest, most God-forsaken, priestless village he could find. The one where I was born. He wanted to open a school, but the villagers wouldn't let him. You can heal us all you like, but no putting any ideas in our children's head. It'll only distract them from their work. But he did teach me on the sly. He taught me how to read, how to write, and he gave me books, poems, legends. He was the one who told me about the Archknights of Avistan. What is Avistan? Okay, and when I told him I was going on a journey, he gave me a magic ring, so that Shalane would always protect me from harm. Archknights of Avistan, who are they? Oh, you haven't heard of them? How can you be a hero without knowing of one of the most epic stories in the history of the stories? No, I won't spoil anything. You should just read about them yourself. Every single chapter. Their adventures are what gave me the idea of going on a heroic quest and writing about it to begin with. And now look at me, here I am on a heroic quest. How did you become a bard? This is going to take a while. Hey, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. And please forgive my horrible acting. When I realized there was nothing for me at home besides more radish patches, I decided to run away. A traveling book peddler, the Tessie the Quill, happened across our village. Well, I stuck to her like a burr and wouldn't let go until she agreed to take me on as an apprentice. Together we traveled everywhere, to Brevoy and Taldor and even Ustalav. And I found out about the Academy of the Grand Arts in Pitex. And I thought, well, I love reading stories, so I can surely learn how to write them too. I enrolled on my first try, and they even gave me a scholarship. Then they expelled me. But that's okay. They already taught me all the important stuff, and now, with Shalane's help, I can manage on my own. I would assume that she does. Yes, not to offend the other gods, but she's the most important of them all. All the other gods guard the world as it is, but only the eternal Rose, goddess of beauty, calls us with the world as it should be. Alright, so Shailene is also known as the Eternal Rose, the Eternal Maiden, and the Incorruptible. Why are your clothes so messy? She waves her hand carelessly. Forget it. I can't waste money on looks. I'd rather buy books instead. In 100 years, when people are reading my works, they aren't going to ask whether the author had holes in her sleeves. And that's probably true. Let me ask you something else. Tell me about your friendship with Tessie the Quill. I don't know who she is. What's there to say? Books woke my urge to travel. But it was only thanks to Tessie that I managed to really get out of the village. At first, Tessie tried in vain to get rid of me, but later, when I told her I was staying in Patex, she even shed a tear. I wonder where she is now. Alright. What is life like? Actually, Patex has always been a huge nest of thieves. Bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fences, card sharks. It's always been home for the likes of them. But that was before Irovati became king. Hooked on phonics worked for me. With him, a whole different life began there. Irovati always wanted to make history, but not as another bandit with a crown, though that's exactly what he is. He wanted to be glorified through the centuries as a great patron of the arts, so he built the Academy of Grand Arts and spent lots of gold to assemble the best artists, poets, and musicians. Of course, the very best ones refused to go, and he got what he wanted in a way. But he got what he wanted in a way. If Patex was once just a booze barn for thieves, now it's a cabaret. What do you know of King Ivorati? He won his crown in a game of cards, which says much about the town itself, as it does about him. He's fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told me that from the moment he appeared, he started pulling off such schemes that old city masters just scratched their heads. With him in charge, gold flooded into Patex, and also he's incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically decadent and conceited. Just like most politicians. Getting drunk with the whores at the pub, and that's not Lord Irovat. I can't even talk right now. I need some water. Irovetti's style. Oh no, he aims higher. Dressing up like a male Calistria, also known as Saber Sting, is a goddess of lust and revenge, with a golden codpiece, and holding a 3-week orgy with dancing on rooftops, parades, public executions, contests for the best ode to the king, unrivaled king. That's more like it. Okay. Let's talk about the Academy. You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful for the king for building it. He has no taste at all whatsoever. He likes his art loud, bright, grandiose, and most importantly, glorifying his royal highness. He kicked out the best charcoal artist because he didn't wish to spend money on gray scribbles. He sacked the masterful flute player from Tinzi for playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. He even ordered the Academy to expel me. For what? An innocent limerick. Would you like to go back to the Academy and finish your studies? I'd like to return, but on one condition. If they threw out 3/4 of the professors who teach there now, and returned all the ones they banished. If you ask me, I'm proud to have been expelled. If my art was to Irovetti's liking, then I would have had reason to be ashamed. Let me ask you about something else. Tell me about the book you are writing. What is there to tell? You've seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? It's a book about you and your adventures. I'm writing the whole truth, just as it happened. Well, the whole artistic truth. You know, no glory, no story. Why are you writing it? What's the point? When I was in the Academy, Eobold, the Insightful, began his literature course with the question, what is a person? And he answered, a person is a storytelling animal. Well, that's interesting. That's true. Our world does not consist of things. All of these woods, seas, and cities, it consists of stories about those things. The stories we tell to ourselves and to each other. Just think about it. Centuries will pass, and there will be no more me and no you. All your subjects will be long gone, but you and I live in people's memories and influence their deeds, thanks to this very book. Well, that's interesting. How do you feel about me reading your works in progress? Well, these are only rough drafts, but of course you're welcome to read them. Just keep in mind that even if you don't like what I write about, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. Okay. Chaotic good. Write whatever you wish. I doubt you would defame me for that matter, or for that matter, overpraise. Thank you for your trust. I will not set out to please you, of course, but I still hope you like my book as much as my other readers. Okay, I don't really care about all that. I don't need to be mean. Let's go ask her about something else. And I'm done asking her about questions. So this is all the preliminary stuff that you go through with each character in most of these games like this. You know, you go through these, you gotta learn their backstories. That's what makes them important to your party. Oh, well, I don't want to say that. She's okay to have around. How else is she gonna write about me if I banish her? Alright, I have to go. Just don't leave without me, of course. I could just write whatever you tell me, but if I wanted to stay cooped up in a dusty room, I'd still be sleeping through lectures at the academy. Alright. Enough with her. Let's talk to Enorial Night Eyes. I don't think that person was with me. Let's talk to, well, Enorial, oh, 8 Eyes. I can't read. The elf looks straight at you through the tangled hair falling over her face. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Seeking your fortune in the stolen lands? You aren't the only one of your kind here. Take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes the one who call themselves your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Judging by the elf's voice, it's obvious that she started her day with a jug of wine. Well, who are you? She grunts. Enorial 8 Eyes. Once upon a time, I was famous throughout Absalom. Enorial 8 Eyes of the Reckless Six. Well, glory passes quickly. A few miserable decades later, and no one recognized you on the streets anymore. What a shame. Why are you called 8 Eyes? Once, long ago, I could spot an enemy and pin him to the wall before he could even think of attacking. Someone said I had 8 eyes and looked all around at once, though it seemed I outlived my nickname. She stretches her arm forward, palms trembling noticeably. I've been drinking so much lately. It's best I don't test my skill too often. What are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwood tavern, but in Absalom I have lots of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts, but shallow pockets. A little gold would be a welcome change for them. I can send them a message, and they will come from Absalom through a portal. If you're interested, just give me a sign, and we'll arrange for everything right away. Where were you when the post was attacked? I was hunting. Got a little lost in the mist, which is the first time that's happened to me. I guess I should go easier on the drink. But don't you imagine I would be scared of a good fight. If only I'd known I was missing all the action. But I see you got everything under control. A famous Pathfinder here in the middle of nowhere? Why? You want to know how one could exchange the life of a Pathfinder for this sorry drunken rat hole? The light in her eyes goes out as if someone has blown out a candle. You lose all your friends because of one scumbag, and then you'll understand. I was the only one to return from the final campaign of the Reckless Six, and whatever is left of me can't be called a secret anymore. She remains silent for a long time, as if wondering if she wishes to poke the old wound. Here's the story. Our leader, Vermelt, was the best of us. Wise, brave, friends with everyone. One of those friends, Adavion Adressant, sent him a disturbing letter. He stumbled upon mention of some ancient book on the art of necromancy. Secrets like those are best left hidden forever. Trust me, I've seen what that kind of magic can do. She bites her lip. To make a long story short, these volumes were supposedly hidden in the catacombs of Galaspire. We decided the book should be retrieved and kept safe by the Society. What is the Society? That's probably the Pathfinder Society. It's a globe-spanning organization based of... okay. Alright. We gathered in a tavern, discussed the expedition, and then proceeded to Ustalav. It was a normal mission, quiet and quick recovery. Normal smiles bitterly, but everything turned out to be much more complicated. We barely made it through the Witchgate Forest, all those terrible live trees, undead druid, and the arches of their bones. It was a miracle we managed to make it out alive. We chose Wrenchurch to stop at. It was marked on the Vermont's map as a safe enough to hole up and lick our wounds. How I wish that had been true. He was the first to perish. He was attacked by one of the monsters hiding in the stables. It tossed him about like a feather and threw him down the ancient well. His shouts echoed for a long time, and I didn't hear him land. And then... She pauses and turns away, hiding her eyes. Enough. I shouldn't have gone into this. Who am I to stir up other feelings with all my chatter? We better not forget... Well, I can't even talk or read. We better forget about that for now. Maybe I'll tell you some other time, but not today. I want to know more about the Pathfinders. What is the purpose of the society? It's a school of adventurers. Okay, they look for misguided... Okay. All sorts of adventurers. Okay, I'm just going to paraphrase now. Okay. We'll talk about this later. I need loyal and experienced fighters. I have friends like that. Just decide who exactly you need and they'll come. Well, let me think about that. Would you like to join? Oh, no. I've got enough things to do already. You better manage on your own. Okay, well, thank you for wasting my time. Let's talk to Svetlana. Good day. I hope you're feeling all right after that battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. What did you want to ask me? This is a very personal request and may not be important enough for your time. I completely understand if you say no, but the first time the Stag Lord thugs came here demanding money, they took my wedding ring, just tore it off my hand. It's a trinket, really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I'd misheard something, or that I'd say something stupid and everyone around the world would laugh. She interrupts herself, shaking her head gently. If you happen to find my ring among the bandit's possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easily to recognize. My name is engraved on the inside. She drops her eyes, lowering her voice. There's one more thing. Among the bandits, there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. In fact, she's extremely dangerous to control. But please, I beg you, show her mercy if she had the chance. Why? I'll be happy to help. Tell me about yourself and how did you and your husband... Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post in the stolen lands? It was Oleg's idea. Though I supported him in it, we didn't realize how dangerous it was here, of course. In Restov, everyone respects the Sword Lords. What is the Sword Lords? Oh. And everyone accustomed to relying on them. Even the mention of someone like Lady Jamandi could be enough to fend off the street thug, or some other trouble. It could maybe even work in some places, but not with the Stag Lord's men. What can you tell me about the Stag Lord? He's not just some average bandit. If no one puts a stop to him, he'll turn the stolen lands into his personal kingdom. A kingdom of fear and oppression. Well, we don't want that. I like adventures, but I prefer the ones that involve stopping villains and helping people. That's right. I'm a chaotic good kind of guy. I have to go. Farewell.
It is done.
It is done. Oh, there's Ember. Hello, Ember. You just... Hello. Why, my, that is adorable. Oh. Sounds like the barbarians had it doing something. Alright, let's go over here. And let's talk to Mr. Oleg. Greetings! Oleg seems to be in a good mood and greets you warmly. You certainly ruffled up those villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it before. The road to Restov looks like someone spilled milk, and it just hung in the air. I couldn't see anything through that soup, not even with a torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumor says he deals with all kinds of bad magic. Tell me about yourself. Why open a trading post in such a dangerous place? I just dislike noise, he answers reluctantly. I'm from Restov. Cities are complicated. Lots of people, and each with their place on the shelf. Bow before this one, fear this other. Don't do business with the third, but be sure to have an extra nice for the fourth. Be sure to be extra nice to the fourth. And villages are a little better. Everyone likes to stick their noses in each other's business. I just want a place where I can be my own master, so I ended up here. I need to take care of the Stag Lord. Do you know of anything that could help me? Find him? That's quite a task you set for yourself. The Stag Lord has a fortress somewhere in the area, but only a few chosen from the most trusted of his rabble are ever invited. The location of the fortress is heavily guarded secret, and with this fog hanging around, I'd imagine to be harder to find. It's on Thorn Wither. I suppose you could try to follow the trail of those bandits who attacked the post last night. The post? That's this. They came from the southwest, came from the side of the Thorn River. The fortress might be there, or at least some large camp of theirs you can find information. What else can you tell me? Not much. Not like I've sat down here and shared a cup of wine with a man, you know. But I think he arrived in the Stolen Lands less than a year ago, from what I've heard. But soon as he got here, he took over everything. I wrote to Restov, tried to warn that the Stag Lord wasn't some typical gang leader, but they didn't listen. The rumors about him are horrible. He'll kill a person if they so much as disagree with him. He never reveals his face. Those who have seen him up close report the same thing. Ugly scars cover every inch of his skin, not covered by his clothes. We shall speak another time. What's going on, Boken? Ha! He puts his hands on his hips. Ha! Old Boken still knows a few tricks to impress these blood-sucking dummies. Enough hiding in the damn bushes, I say. Can I help you in any way? He glances at you, suddenly interested. Well, since you're asking, there's a cave nearby. I used to pick berries in there, but the place has been overrun by spiders. The berries are red. Look a lot like raspberries. Fangberries, I'll call them. I'd be really grateful if you gathered a basket of them and brought them back. Just to be quick, if you do, they spoil quickly. Fangberry Cave has been revealed. Those spiders in the cave are extremely mean. I'll give you some alchemist fires. Crafted them myself. Burn those spiders. Teach them how to claim my Fangberry Cave. I also need a bucket of moon radishes. They're a rare and mysterious plant. I don't know where to find them, but I know that kobolds gather them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I could do it myself if I were younger, but if you're willing, I'll pay you. 3 potions for a berry and a purse full of coins for the radishes. Why do you need these things? You want to know, huh? Well, I'll gladly tell you if you bring me some. Alright, I'll try to help. Just watch out, alright? Don't end up someone's lunch. Okay, I'll try not to. Show me what you have. Wow, he has quite a bit of stuff. Alright. You're barking at nothing. There's nothing over there. Kind of like my dog. What's going on, Harim? Harim pulls his beard, mutters something that could either be a prayers or curses. Upon noticing you, he winces. Oh, what? It's you, Arendor. Did I startle you? Oh no, that doesn't matter. I was just contemplating the futility of existence, the worthlessness of the universe. The ways of grotesque are great. My humble mortal mind cannot fully grasp them, but I do what I can. He smiles apologetically. And Grotus is the god of end times, a sentient and cruel moonlet that looks down upon the boneyard and waits for a last living soul to die. Well, that's pleasant. I'd like to talk about your god, Grotus. You wish to learn about Grotus? He seems surprised and pleased at the same time. Yes, of course, I'll answer anything you ask. What are his teachings? In the end, he is the end of all that exists. He's obviously waiting for this question. Look around, Arendor. What do you see? Look again and realize that everything will be destroyed. Our clothing, our armor will turn to dust. The walls of the palace will crumble into ruins. The trees will fall, and you and I will die much sooner than that. Well, that's depressing. Faramis has Grotus locked in her boneyard. Is she stronger? Oh, wait. I guess I should have read the intro. Grotus is a timeless watcher. He's locked in a... He's locked... been locked away. Okay, oh, that wording's wrong. The goddess of rebirth from her boneyard. Okay. Of course she is stronger for now. Usually clerics can speak with their gods. What does Grotus say to you? What is his will? Grotus doesn't speak to his clerics. Actually, Grotus doesn't need any clerics. He raises his sad eyes to you. He only allows his whispers to be heard, and only by those who are dying to hear them. Okay, thanks for telling me. I like your tales. There's an inner truth. Then let me ask you, what do you think about Grotesque? It was interesting to learn about him, no more, no less. He nods in contentment. I'll be glad to talk to you about Grotus anytime, Arendor. After all, that's why I travel in your company. Okay, tell me about your past. My life is divided into two parts. The first filled with blind wandering, doubt, and attempts to serve Torog. Who is Torog? The father of creation, is a stoic and serious... The second part is when I accepted Grotus in my soul, and received a clear vision of the world. What exactly you want to know? You once tried to serve? Not just tried, it was a burning passion. I craved it by day and dreamed of it by night. He shakes his head, as if amazed by his own stupidity. You see, Arendor, from my first days, I felt the presence of the god at my back. I heard his whispers and felt his power. Through the nature of his power, though the nature of his power was unclear to me, I thought Toreg himself was trying to speak to me, and I did all I could to understand his words. What a naive fool I was. I had no idea that Torog, that uncompromising, conceited god, glamorized by all dwarves, was capable of betrayal. He turned away from me, Arendor. He left me in the hour when I put all my hopes in him and desperately needed his support. Torg is a god of craftsmanship, so every follower, especially the clerics, must smith their own suit of armor. The day when this work is finished is like a second birthday for the dwarf. He is a newly born in the eyes of Torog. He sighs heavily and falls silent. My second birthday never came. I couldn't make armor, not even a sword, not even a simple nail. My hammer smashed my fingers and fell at my feet. Molten iron burned my hands. The clerics laughed as they healed me. They used to say I was cursed by Torog. So, finally, I gave up to attempt to please the betrayer god. Even if Torog really rejected you, is that enough reason to leave your alone? You don't know much about dwarves. He lets out a sigh. How can a dwarf be cursed by Torog to go on living in a city where every single soul bows to Torog? I was alone, disgraced, humiliated. A lone tear. Sad. I was trying to drown my sorrows in drink, but even the owner of the cheapest pub on the road would laugh at me while he put those mugs in front of me. I couldn't take it any longer. I wanted everything to end. But there was one thing that kept me going and prevented me from ending my life. I could still hear that divine whisper behind my back. It was yet faint. It took a long time before I could hear it clearly, but having heard it once, I could never forget it. It was clear that none of Lara's deity favored me, so I left the Five Kings Mountain and went searching. Okay. I didn't think dwarves ever worshipped Grotus. How did you learn about him? Oh, but that blessed day became the beginning of my new life. Alone and abandoned by all, I spent many dull hours in a filthy tavern by a roadside. I don't recall the town, nor even the country. I had no money. In fact, all I had was a hunk of stale bread. I was weary and almost fainting from hunger. And that was the moment when the whisper from the guy became more clear. It was like he was calling me. At last, my suffering had come to an end. It was a miracle, Arendor, and I had paid the full price for it with my torments. I couldn't control myself. I walked out of the tavern and straight into the forest nearby. And there I found a ruined temple of Eridorn. Okay. The lost god. Several figures clad in robes were holding a silent service there. A service to a god I knew nothing of. None minded when I stood beside them. For the first time in my life, I felt myself at home. Wait, so you couldn't make a simple nail and you blamed Torag? Are you suggesting that my problem was not a curse and just my inability to work with metal? Or maybe you're saying I'm just too lazy? He looks into your eyes defiantly, hands chilling with suppressed razors as you... No. You're a fool to think so. An ignorant fool. Have you ever met a dwarf who can't handle a smith's hammer? Even our children's craft knives. No. Torag is the cause of my trouble, and the betrayer god desperately cursed me. Well, I didn't mean to make him mad. But I won't let myself get angry at you, Arendor. You're an ignorant and blind soul, and my aim is to guide you through this dying world that marches... Alright. Let's talk about something else. From what I've heard, Grotus doesn't spare the minds of his clerics. They all go insane eventually. Is that true? Ha! Who told you that? I'd like to look that slanderer in the eye. He bursts into laughter, but you can't understand what's so funny. You see, Arendor, sanity is quite a relative concept. Each of us is certain that he's the sanest creature in the world. Meanwhile, we periodically doubt the sanity of others. So what happens if 2 or 3 people claim that someone else is insane? Does that make it true? Perhaps the accusers have lost their minds themselves. The longer a cleric listens to the whispers of Grotus, the better he comprehends the essence of his design, and the deeper his understanding becomes. When enlightenment becomes the mind of the sense of no level and okay, is that insanity? Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to go through here real quick because I'm tired of reading and it's slowing down. So it's taken me 42 minutes to get through 3 people. Okay. Let's move. There's only one more person to talk to, I think. We're gonna talk. All right, spill it. I'm listening. Tell me about yourself. I'm a barbarian, and I like fights. Huge and freezing, no matter... Okay. Okay. Quite good, huh? Compared to who? If I was a crappy male, I'd like to be better. Nah, that's funny. She probably raised a blade, and you notice that even though she's extremely strong, she has difficulty wielding it. Took this. So she killed the beast. So why did you leave? Okay. Well, that was good. I'm glad that that was over. So now, oh, there's a dog. Let's go. Alright. Well, let's look at our inventory. Let's see what else there is. Banded. Signet ring. Blessed signet. Cloak of Resistance. This cloak grants its wearers a +1 resistance bonus to all saving throws. Well. How dashing. What is this? Short sword. Well, that doesn't change his... You know, I really like games that change the character. But this one doesn't, it seems. What is that? Edible moss. Alright.
No stopping now.
No stopping now. Alright, let's go talk to the merchant. Let's clear our... Show me your wares, Oleg. Nothing's too good for such a good person. Alright, so let's... probably need that. Go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, here. We can just do this. Nope. Okay, let's go to weapons. Accessories. Braces. Oh, I need those. Like, okay. What is this? Potatoes. Oh wait, I probably need these. Silver spoon. All right. Moving forward. I wish there was a way to... Oh, you can. There you go. Type. That's kind of cool. I really like this, so that way if you ever get too heavy, you can... Info. Oh, so
This doesn't suit me.
this doesn't suit me. Oh, wrong button. I gotta fix that. Okay, now what? Let's go ahead and save. So it took me 50 minutes to get through that little bit, so I really didn't accomplish anything. There's into the house. Broken.
Onwards.
Onwards. Okay, I don't know how to leave. Maybe here? Need to go to Fanberry Cave. Fangberry. And there's the Thorn Ford. Uh-oh. There's someone on the road. Get ready. That happened fast. Oh no. A jittery old man in a squalid clothing shuffles up to you. His gray hair is unkempt, and he continually clenches and unclenches his wrinkled, freckled hands. When he stops and looks up at you, his eyes widen and he tugs at his beard. Strange weather. Invisible fog, creeping out of the woods, soars beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. He shakes his hand, his eyes shifting about seemingly at random. His name is Remus. I don't like this old man. Looks like the kind who can cast the evil eye. Who are you? Remus, but that won't help with the fog. What are you doing here? I do nothing. I breathe, walk, observe. The fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before. He wipes his hand across his face and sighs wearily. But someone must look, and no one else can. The fog is wrong. It hinders your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say this, and I should probably go. The old man stares at you intently. You hasten. You should. Your rival wastes no time. He races, but in another direction. He searches for power. He'll find it. Oh my goodness. My rival? You mean Tartuko? He's not tall, but he wants to climb high. Besides him are those who could stand against him, but might yet still. What power is he searching for? Someone else's, old but forever young. That which was taken from another, that which gave joy, and now gives death. How did you know we were rivals? I don't know. I see. You can choose where you set your eyes usually, but can you choose what they see? Can you tell me where he is now? He's in an old tomb, south of the trading post. Thank you. The old man turns and walks away slowly, muttering softly. Once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, binded with a clamor shall it be. Binded, merged, joined by unbreakable ties, claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death. That's interesting. In dialogue. So long, Remus. I'm sure he's going to show up here at some point in the future. And he disappeared. Look at that. He's gone. So if he's down here... Well... I should probably save. It's always a good idea to save. Do you want to enter this location? Yes. So we have the quest to get items from this cave to the alchemist. Alright. So I have to say, I do like this game. You know, I know that the reviews were... The reviews aren't bad, but I know that they aren't as good as they could be. But
This is done.
I really like this game so far. Alright. Here's the cave.
No stopping now.
No stopping now! Enemy swarms. Some small-sized enemies, rats, spiders, can cluster into swarms and act as a single entity. Such enemies are extremely dangerous. They can't be defeated with a simple weapon. However, they are vulnerable to acid flask and alchemist fire. Spells with areas effect. Great.
I stand ready.
I still don't know how to shift between the different weapon sets. Going into the cave. Oh, that's not good.
Just letting the ink dry.
What is this? Ability? No. No. Spellbook? Belt?
Serves you right.
Charge!
Oh, here we go. It's on now. Heron, where are you going, man? Come back here.
We can do it.
Tear them apart!
Okay, so now I have to... Okay, so that's how you do it. Let's see, what can he use? I don't know. Oh, that's not good.
Repent!
Alright, so I gotta figure out how to... Strength damage permanent. Oh, I forgot that I had those bombs. Where are they? I didn't sell them, did I? There they are. I will give them to her.
You'll have to show me how to use it first.
Yeah!
Okay. What? Only one? Oh, okay, so...
They go down!
Strike with all your might!
Well, that's not good. We'll go ahead and save. The Fang Berries. Potion of Mage Armor.
Forget it.
I'll make my own legend. It won't work.
What troubles you? I failed. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, you're about to die.
I wrote it like I saw it. And Lindsay was called forth.
Sorry, was lost in thought.
Okay, I don't have enough nature to figure that out. So I'm looking at these different spells to try to figure out what would...
Yes, I'm still here.
Yes.
I don't feel up to it.
Adventures call to them.
Alright, let's look and see who has... She has a bunch of Arcana knowledge. I don't have very many that... Well, she should know. Permanent. Well, that's not good. What the hell?
I'm listening. Done.
Well, good. That was
Onwards.
stressful. It is time to leave.
This is my path.
What you want?
What you want, what you want, what you wanna do. Okay, so they need to heal, but oh, that's good. I forgot, I do have these potions. Where are all the potions? So weird. Cure light wounds. I'm gonna be needing these. Oh, here. Use. Dang it, wrong button. Okay. Cure light wounds. What a great thing to use. Oh, monitor lizard.
Will prevail. Does it matter?
Hey!
Ouch!
Well, that was...
March on.
March on! Oh, that looks like something here. Huh. So I'm just exploring. Collect all. Huh. All right. Yes, we want to enter. After a quick glance at the basket, he grabs a bit, shoves them in his mouth. Truth be told, as I've gotten older, I've gotten kind of particular about it. Okay, so he can only eat those.
It is done.
It is done. Let's see. moving out. Try to avoid. Well, here we go. It's on.
Charge!
They're bandits.
Could be worse. And will be. Definitely will be.
Oh, darn it. I gotta learn to play this game better. Okay.
Tear them apart!
We can do it!
Lost.
Dang it. He's hurt. Change cert. Armor class. And they were doing some nasty damage with that. So he needs to drink some more. I'm using cure potions. There's so many different nuances with all these little potions and scrolls, and that's the problem I start having with these types of games. It starts getting really intricate, and I just suck at it. So I'll go ahead and save this. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We need Survivor. All right, I got 3 of them. That's pretty impressive. We need to move you up there. If your kingdom is destroyed, the game will be over. Well, that's not good. Alright, we're gonna go over here and check this out. Wow, quite a bit of stuff. Scroll of Summon Monster. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah.
It is done.
It is done. A gnome in gaudy purple garb seizes your attention. Of course, the scoundrel Tartuccio, who you know from your time in Rostov. The vile gnome is standing on a small hill, expressing his discontentment in every way he can muster.
Let me guess, you're still dawdling. Should I make some tea in the meantime? Bake a pie, perhaps? Plant a small garden and harvest some cherries? Perhaps you'd be more comfortable wearing fool's caps and colored trousers. Then at least I'd be able to sell tickets. Come one, come all! Feast your eyes upon the slowest and the most ridiculous buffoons in Golorian!
He's a jerk.
Sir Tartuccio, I may serve you, but I am no one's slave. We do what we can, but it is no simple feat to find an unknown object in a vast dungeon.
Hold your tongue, gnome. I can hardly tell your twaddle from the buzzing of a fly.
All right.
Quickly now, if we don't find that artifact soon, someone else might seize it. Someone who's standing over there watching you right now, you fools!
Let's see.
You're right. Tartuccio has deceived us. A warrior who bows to a lie, who humiliates herself. There is no glory in this. I shall aid this scoundrel no more.
I see my magnificent rival will stop at nothing, even at stealing the servants of his enemy. Let us see if your fools are even more useless than mine. Draw your swords and cover my retreat.
That didn't go as planned. Well, this person is going to summon a monster. Okay, well, you are gonna go over here.
Tear them apart!
You are gonna go over here.
We can do it!
You are... Let's go to inventory and get Scroll of Summon Monster. And then this guy, Cure Light Wounds, Scroll of Inflict Wounds.
Yes.
Should have charged.
I can't cast it like that.
I can't keep this up much longer.
Oh, dang it. She's hurt.
I can't cast it like that. I can't cast it like that.
No. Well.
Repent.
This won't kill me. Yes.
Okay.
Strike with all your might!
Serves you right.
I can't cast it like that.
They're taking forever to get there.
We won't falter!
Wow, that took forever. I don't know what that said. Events? Dialogue? No. Let's go to journal. Alright, searching the nearby tomb for... Let's go there and intervene. All right.
Here I am. See?
Okay, so they all had pretty good... Alright, so now we're just cleaning up. Collect all.
I am your shield.
Alright, so she is a... she is a fighter. Level up. She doesn't use spells. She already has that. Or does she? All right.
What's that? You see that?
I see something. Adventures call to them.
Disarm it.
Anything else?
What is this? Anything else? That's it. Wow, not much.
No stopping now.
No stopping now. How sweet. The fresh breath air of... The first breath of fresh air after the stale... Or rather, the trail and his companion is gone will... He got away this time. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end it here. And we'll see what happens on the next episode. I appreciate you watching. If you are watching this in the future, give it a like, and if you enjoy this, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'll probably do more of these, and I appreciate you being here. So we'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves.